Are you feeling like success is just out of reach? What if I told you that you're closer than you think? In today's video, we're diving into 6 signs that show you're on the right path and success is just around the corner. These signs might surprise you, but trust me, they're the real indicators that everything you've been working for is starting to pay off. So make sure you stick around until the end, because these powerful insights could change the way you see your journey. Let's jump in and discover how close you really are to achieving your dreams. Success can often feel like an elusive goal, something we strive for but doubt we're getting closer to. The path can seem uncertain, filled with long hours, sacrifices, and moments when progress is barely visible. But what if the signs that you're closer to success are already present, quietly surrounding you, just waiting to be recognized? Many people overlook these signals, dismissing them as mere background noise or just routine parts of life. However, if you take a moment to step back and truly observe, you'll see that these signals offer much more than simple persistence. They reflect progress, growth, and momentum. Recognizing these signs can change your perspective on the journey and provide the motivation needed to push toward your goals. These signs are subtle, but they are highly significant. They represent resilience, personal growth, alignment, and the subtle ways life responds when you're drawing closer to your breakthrough. One of the first signs that you're nearer to success than you realize is resilience. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back from a setback, it's about the strength you build each time you rise after being knocked down. It's easy to overlook resilience, viewing it merely as a reaction to failure or disappointment, but it is truly the foundation of long-lasting success. Think about it. Every successful person you admire has faced challenges, often huge ones. What made them stand out was not their ability to avoid problems, but their capacity to face them head-on and persist despite them. Every time you get up after a setback, you're learning an invaluable lesson. One that cannot be gained from books or seminars, but only through experience. I remember the early days when it felt like life was more focused on testing me than rewarding me. I wanted things to happen quickly, as most do, but each setback forced me to dig deeper, work harder, and refine my approach. Those years taught me that resilience isn't just about surviving tough times, it's about learning to thrive because of them. When you continue to move forward despite challenges, you're proving to yourself that you're ready for the weight of success. Success isn't meant for those who give up at the first hurdle. It belongs to those who can rise, keep moving, and push through, even when it seems easier to quit. Resilience shows itself in many ways. It might be how you take criticism and use it as fuel for improvement instead of letting it discourage you. It could also be seen in your ability to step back, reassess your approach, and make adjustments without losing your commitment. Sometimes, resilience is visible in how you handle the daily grind. Showing up even when no one is watching, when there's no instant reward, and when the results aren't immediately clear. In those moments, you're not just preparing for success. You're living its prelude. That's the real test. Can you hold on to your vision when the world offers every reason to let it go? A resilient spirit builds layers of strength over time. It's like laying bricks for a house you'll eventually live in. Each moment of perseverance contributes to that structure, even if the progress isn't immediately visible. The key here is understanding that resilience compounds. It's a trait that strengthens itself, making you more capable with every challenge you face. If you've weathered a few storms and still find the energy to push forward, you're showing one of the clearest signs that success is closer than you think. It may not always feel like triumph when you're in the midst of the struggle, but rest assured that inner strength you're developing is an undeniable sign that you're getting closer to your goals. There's a misconception that resilience is only about bouncing back to where you once were. The truth is, resilience is about moving beyond where you were before. It's about taking the lessons from a setback and using them to propel yourself forward with newfound wisdom. A setback can transform into a setup for something greater when approached with the right mindset. So if you find yourself emerging from difficulties not just unbroken, but stronger, more determined, and more knowledgeable, that's a sign that success is nearer than it appears. Resilience shapes you into the kind of person who won't just achieve success, but will sustain it once it arrives. The second sign that you're closer to success than you think is recognizing the small wins. It's easy to overlook these moments as minor or insignificant, especially when you're focused on larger goals that feel so far out of reach. However, these small wins are vital. They're not just indicators of progress, but proof that the seeds you've been planting are beginning to sprout. Success doesn't emerge fully formed. It's the result of many small victories woven together. When you begin to notice these moments, it's a signal that you're building towards something significant, even if it's not yet fully visible. Think about the early stages of building a business or working toward a personal goal. You might spend months or even years feeling like you're pushing a boulder uphill with no progress. Then, one day, something shifts. A client agrees to work with you, a project gets completed ahead of schedule, or a mentor offers unexpected praise. It's tempting to dismiss these moments as too small to celebrate, but don't make that mistake. These tiny milestones are the foundation for bigger achievements. They remind you that the process is working and that you're building momentum. It's like climbing a mountain and finding a flat ledge where you can pause for a moment. You may not have reached the peak yet, but you're undeniably higher than you were before. When I first started in public speaking, I measured success only by packed auditoriums and standing ovations. But in reality, those grand moments were rare in the beginning. What kept me moving forward were those smaller wins. Each one was like a spark in the darkness. Brief, but illuminating. When I look back years later, I realized that those small wins were the very moments that connected to create my breakthrough. These small victories are also a sign that you're starting to adopt the habits and mindset needed for larger success. Each small win is the result of a series of actions, decisions, and attitudes that align with your goals. If you're consistently seeing progress, no matter how minor, it's evidence that you're training yourself for success. Small wins also build confidence. It's like filling a reservoir. One drop at a time, eventually it becomes deep enough to sustain you during challenging times. Confidence isn't built in one leap. It's accumulated through many little moments where you've pushed through, persevered, and achieved a result, however modest. The importance of acknowledging these moments can't be overstated. They serve not only as motivation, but also as practical feedback. Each win, no matter how small, is telling you something. This approach works. This skill is developing. This effort is paying off. It's like having a conversation with your future self where every small success whispers, keep going, you're on the right path. If you've started to notice a pattern of small but consistent wins, it's one of the clearest signs that success is no longer just a distant dream, but an emerging reality. So take a moment and reflect. Have there been recent days where you accomplished something that made you feel a little closer to your goal? Did you meet someone who offered insight or support that shifted your perspective? If so, don't dismiss these as luck or coincidence. They're part of the unfolding story of your success. Recognizing and savoring them, perhaps even writing them down, gives you the encouragement you need to keep pushing forward. These small wins aren't just breadcrumbs, they are road signs guiding you closer to your destination. The third sign that you're closer to success than you think is when your goals and values begin to align. This alignment is a subtle yet powerful indicator that you're on the right path. At the start of any journey, it's common to chase success defined by external measures, titles, money, recognition. However, as you progress and grow, something shifts. You begin to realize that true success feels different. It's no longer just about achieving goals, it's about achieving the right goals, the ones that resonate deeply with who you are and what you stand for. When your daily actions start to reflect your core values, you're no longer just working towards success, you're living in alignment with it. And so, the patterns that most people work upon basically just bank on working harder and harder and harder, and their attempts to achieve. There comes a point in your journey when you realize that the hustle and hard work aren't sustainable unless they're connected to something meaningful. In the beginning, you might take on any project or job that comes your way, just to build momentum or gain experience. However, as you mature, you start noticing that some projects energize you while others drain you. This isn't by chance, it's your internal compass guiding you. When you begin aligning what you do with what you believe in, your work stops feeling like a chore and starts feeling like an expression of your true self. If you've ever found yourself saying, "This feels right," or "This is what I was meant to do," it's a powerful sign that success is closer than you think. I remember discovering this in my own life early in my career. I was chasing numbers, sales, audience. It wasn't until I started focusing on what truly mattered to me, teaching others, sharing ideas that transformed lives, that my work shifted from a job to a calling. Suddenly, the hours spent preparing for seminars or writing weren't just tasks. They became part of a mission that aligned with my core values. That's when I realized that success wasn't just something waiting to be achieved. It was already becoming part of my everyday life. This alignment between goals and values also brings a new kind of motivation. It's no longer about pushing yourself to work harder because you have to. Instead, it becomes about working harder because you want to, because every step feels like it's bringing you closer to not just any finish line, but the right one. When you notice that you don't have to convince yourself to stay committed, that you're naturally drawn to your work, that's when you know you're on the path of true success. It's a shift from chasing success to embodying it. When your efforts align with your values, challenges don't disappear, but they do feel different. The sacrifices you make don't weigh as heavily because you're not sacrificing for something superficial, you're doing it for something meaningful. Late nights and early mornings carry less resentment and more anticipation. The road doesn't feel as long when every mile brings you closer to a destination that fits you perfectly. If you find yourself feeling energized despite the obstacles, that's not just a fluke, it's a sign that you're already experiencing the essence of success. Some people spend their whole lives chasing goals that, when achieved, feel hollow. They climb ladders only to realize they were leaning against the wrong wall. But if you're beginning to experience the satisfaction of doing work that feels right at your core, you're miles ahead. This alignment is rare and precious. It means you're not just moving forward, you're moving in a way that's sustainable, fulfilling, and true to who you are. You're not just achieving success, you're redefining it to align with your deepest aspirations. Take a moment to reflect. Have you noticed that your days feel more purposeful? Do your decisions feel more natural and less forced? Are you choosing paths not because they're easy or lucrative, but because they resonate with your values? If so, that's your inner compass confirming that you're on the right track. When you follow that compass, success stops being a distant finish line and becomes a part of your journey. You're no longer just striving for an external reward, you're living in harmony with your ambitions. This is one of the clearest signs that success is already beginning to take shape. Next, the fourth sign that you're closer to success than you think is when you start attracting the right people into your life. Success is not a solo endeavor. It thrives on connections, partnerships, and relationships that inspire and elevate you. If you've noticed that you're increasingly surrounded by individuals who support, challenge, and believe in your vision, that's a powerful indicator that you're on the right path. The right people bring opportunities, insights, and encouragement that can propel you forward faster than you could on your own. And in the early stages of your journey, it's common to feel isolated. You're pushing a dream into reality, and often the people around you may not fully understand or share your vision. But as you persist, something begins to shift. You'll start noticing that the more you commit to your path, the more like-minded individuals seem to cross your path. These connections don't happen by accident. They're a sign that you're vibrating at a level that attracts those on the same wavelength. I've seen this happen time and time again, both in my own career and in the lives of those I've mentored. When I was starting out, I worked hard, but often felt alone in my struggles. As I continued to grow and refine my goals, I began meeting people who were key to my development. They shared ideas, offered guidance, and sometimes gave me the reality check I needed to stay on track. These relationships weren't just lucky breaks. They were the natural result of my commitment to growth. Success isn't just about what you know or do. It's about who joins you along the way and how those relationships amplify your efforts. One of the most telling signs that you're drawing closer to success is when these people begin seeking you out. You find that your work or reputation precedes you, and individuals you respect want to collaborate, seek your advice, or offer their help. This shift doesn't happen overnight, but when it does, the quality of your network changes, along with your access to new opportunities. These relationships are not just enjoyable, they're strategic advantages that enrich your journey. This isn't just about professional contacts or formal mentorships. Sometimes the right people are the friends who uplift you on tough days, or family members who offer unwavering support. These connections create an ecosystem of energy and encouragement, making the journey not only easier, but more fulfilling. If you find that more of your conversations are filled with ideas, positive reinforcement, and constructive feedback, take note. This isn't a coincidence. It's the universe's way of telling you that you're aligned with your path. Why does this happen? It's simple. Your commitment to your goals becomes a magnet for others who share your vision. Success is contagious, and like attracts like. The more you work on yourself and push toward your ambitions, the more you emit an energy that draws others who are on a similar journey. The result is a network that not only supports your dreams, but encourages you to dream bigger. If you've started building relationships with people who fuel your passion and guide your growth, that's an unmistakable sign that success is not just around the corner, it's already making its way into your life. Reflect on this. Have you recently met someone who offered guidance that shifted your perspective? Have you encountered individuals who have the resources or knowledge you need? Are people recommending you for opportunities or seeking your input? If so, take it as a signal that your momentum is building. The right people rarely show up when you're just beginning to explore an idea. They show up when you're already on your way, putting in the work, and the world begins to respond to your efforts. Success, after all, isn't just an individual endeavor. It's built through the connections you nurture. When those connections start aligning, you're closer to success than you may realize. Next, the fifth sign that you're closer to success than you think is when you start to see a clear pattern of growth in yourself. Personal growth is one of the strongest indicators that you're on the right track, because success isn't just about what you accomplish, it's about who you become in the process. When you look back and realize that you're no longer the person you were when you started, you've made significant progress. If you've developed new skills, learned from past mistakes, or adopted better habits, you're already succeeding, regardless of the tangible rewards. Growth often happens gradually, so it can be easy to overlook, especially when you're focused on the external goals you've set. But true success requires transformation. If you're noticing a shift in your thinking, behavior, and approach to challenges, you're developing the character and mindset necessary for sustaining success. Personal growth means you're building the qualities that will support your goals. Qualities like discipline, patience, adaptability, and humility. Success is not just about reaching a destination. It's about evolving in a way that makes that destination possible and sustainable. I remember a time when I was so focused on results that I overlooked the growth I was undergoing. I would get frustrated if a project didn't yield immediate success, or if mastering a new skill took longer than expected. But as I reflected, I saw that I was learning patience, resilience, and focus. Over time, I became more skilled, more disciplined, and better equipped to handle the demands of my goals. This growth didn't show up immediately in my bank account or in the number of people attending my seminars, but it was laying the foundation for the success I would later achieve. Personal development was the success happening behind the scenes. Growth also shows up in how you handle setbacks. Early on, challenges might feel like roadblocks, and failure can seem like a dead end. But as you grow, you begin to see setbacks as stepping stones and failures as opportunities to improve. If you've started approaching obstacles with curiosity and a problem-solving mindset instead of frustration, that's a sign of deep internal progress. It's a signal that you're building the mental strength and flexibility needed to reach higher levels of success. The path becomes less about avoiding difficulties and more about using them as fuel for further growth. A clear pattern of growth also changes the way you set and pursue goals. You move from being overly focused on immediate gratification to understanding the value of long-term effort. You begin to appreciate the process itself, knowing that each day's work, each bit of progress contributes to your larger vision. When you start focusing less on quick wins and more on sustainable, gradual improvement, you're operating at a higher level. This shift in mindset is itself a form of success. It's the evolution from wanting results now to valuing progress over time. Success favors those who learn to pace themselves, improve daily, and enjoy the journey as much as the destination. If you find yourself growing more patient, more resilient, or more committed than you were a few months ago, it's proof that you're not just waiting for success, you're preparing for it. Real success requires a strong foundation, and each bit of growth is a brick in that foundation. Take a moment to reflect. When you have a clear sense of purpose, it becomes a force that attracts the right opportunities and people into your life. It resonates with others, draws them to your mission, and creates alignment with those who share similar values or goals. This magnetic energy elevates your actions, your relationships, and the impact you can make. People who are aligned with their purpose tend to be more confident, more decisive, and more capable of overcoming challenges because they're not just reacting to external circumstances. They're responding to an internal drive that directs their every move. As you move closer to your goals, this sense of purpose will become even more pronounced. It will help you stay focused even when distractions arise, and it will give you the fortitude to keep going when things get tough. The obstacles you face won't feel as overwhelming because you'll see them as part of a larger, meaningful journey. Your purpose will provide the clarity you need to make choices that move you forward and the strength to remain committed, even when progress seems slow. If you've started noticing that your actions are driven by a deeper purpose rather than just external rewards, you are closer to success than you think. The power of purpose is not just motivational, it's transformative. It shapes the way you approach every aspect of your journey, whether it's the way you interact with others, the way you handle adversity, or the way you pursue your long-term goals. Purpose gives you a deeper connection to the work you're doing. Reflect on your journey. Do you feel a deeper sense of meaning in what you're doing now? Has your focus shifted from external validation to creating lasting impact? Are you more aligned with the purpose behind your work? If the answer is yes, then success is not only within reach, it's already becoming part of your life. Purpose is the fuel that will sustain you and the magnetic force that will guide you toward your ultimate vision. Success is not a destination, it is a journey filled with signs, markers, and moments that guide you forward, whether you realize it or not. Often we look at success as a big, shiny moment that suddenly arrives when we've worked hard enough. But success doesn't just appear out of thin air. It is built layer by layer with each experience, each decision, and each action bringing you closer to your true purpose. The signs of success don't just show up when you've arrived. They show up when you're on your way. One of the clearest signs that you are closer to success than you realize is resilience. Success is rarely achieved without facing challenges. It's not about avoiding adversity, but developing the strength to move through it. Life will always throw obstacles your way, and the measure of success is not whether you face challenges, but how you respond to them. Resilience is like building a foundation. Every time you face a setback and decide to push forward, you're adding a grit to the structure of your success. Resilience doesn't just make you stronger in the face of adversity. It compounds. It layers, and eventually what once seemed impossible to overcome becomes another milestone in your journey. If you've experienced personal setbacks and come out the other side stronger, smarter, and more determined, that is one of the clearest signs that success is within your reach. Each hurdle you overcome isn't just a step backward that you're forced to recover from. It's an opportunity for growth that strengthens the foundation of who you are becoming. When you start to look back on your journey, it becomes clear that resilience isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving despite the odds. The strength you build through challenges eventually becomes second nature. You stop seeing obstacles as things that hold you back and start seeing them as chances to rise higher. The more you persevere, the more you begin to embody the traits of someone who doesn't just achieve success, but sustains it once it arrives. Along with resilience comes the recognition of small wins. We often focus on the big picture, the final goal we're working toward. But success isn't just the grand vision. It's the accumulation of small victories. These wins might seem minor at first, a small improvement in a skill, a compliment from a colleague, a breakthrough in a challenging project. These things might feel insignificant in the grand scheme of your long-term goals, but they are far from insignificant. Every small win is an indication that you are moving in the right direction. If you're paying attention, you can see how each small victory contributes to the larger picture, even if that picture isn't fully clear yet. It's easy to dismiss these moments as inconsequential, especially when you're striving for something much larger, but the truth is, these moments are laying the groundwork for your eventual breakthrough. Recognizing these small wins serves two purposes. It motivates you to keep going, and it reinforces the idea that your efforts are paying off. Every time you overcome a small hurdle, you prove to yourself that the process is working. Success is built on the foundation of countless small victories that, when combined, create something much greater. These small wins are like the drops of water that eventually fill a reservoir, providing the energy you need to keep going even when things get difficult. Small wins also build confidence. They reinforce the belief that your hard work is getting results, even if the larger goal still seems out of reach. As you rack up these small successes, you build a bank of confidence that can help carry you through more challenging moments. Confidence is not built overnight, and it certainly isn't built in the form of one giant leap. It's built one small step at a time, with each success adding to your belief in yourself and your abilities. One of the most powerful signs that you are moving closer to success is when your goals and values begin to align. Early in the journey, success is often defined by external markers, titles, money, recognition, the tangible symbols of achievement. But as you grow, something shifts, and you realize that these external markers are not the end-all be-all. True success lies in the alignment of your actions with your deeper values. This alignment isn't just a nice to have, it's a necessity for sustainable, long-term success. When your goals are aligned with your values, you stop feeling like you're pushing yourself just for the sake of achievement. Instead, you find purpose and fulfillment in the work itself. The work stops feeling like a chore, and it begins to feel like an expression of who you truly are. This alignment is what turns hustle into flow, effort into passion, and hard work into meaningful contribution. This alignment also leads to a different kind of motivation. It's no longer about working harder to achieve a goal that feels distant and impersonal. It's about working towards something that resonates with who you are. When your goals align with your values, the work feels effortless, even when it's hard. The sacrifices no longer feel heavy, and the challenges no longer feel insurmountable. Instead, they become part of the story that you are telling with your life, the story that's rooted in your true purpose. As you align your goals with your values, you begin to attract the right people into your life. This is one of the clearest signs that success is already unfolding around you. Success is not a solo endeavor. While you may have moments where you work alone, true success comes from collaboration, connection, and mutual support. The right people bring opportunities, insights, and encouragement that can propel you forward faster than you could ever move on your own. At first, the people around you may not fully understand your vision. You might feel isolated in your pursuits. But as you continue on your path, something remarkable happens. As you grow, the right people begin to appear. They are not accidents. They are drawn to your energy, your commitment, and your passion. These are the people who will challenge you, support you, and push you to be better. When you begin to meet these individuals, you are not just attracting people, you are attracting opportunities and resources that will accelerate your progress. These relationships are not just beneficial, they are transformative. The right people will guide you through obstacles, provide feedback that helps you grow, and inspire you to aim higher. You'll find that the more you give, the more you receive, and these relationships will elevate your journey to new heights. You'll discover that success is not just about what you know or what you can do, it's about who you surround yourself with and how those relationships amplify your efforts. Another powerful indicator of success is personal growth. This is often the most overlooked sign because growth happens gradually and it's easy to dismiss the small changes as insignificant. But personal growth is the cornerstone of success. Success isn't just about what you accomplish in the world. It's about who you become in the process. When you look back and see how much you've changed, how much your thinking, behavior, and approach to life have evolved, you know that success is within your grasp. Growth is a natural part of the journey. It doesn't happen in an instant. It happens over time, through challenges, through learning from your mistakes, and through the decision to continue moving forward even when it's hard. As you grow, you begin to develop the qualities necessary for long-term success: discipline, patience, resilience, and adaptability. These qualities are the building blocks of success, and they are what will sustain you when the external markers of success come and go. As you grow, you also begin to approach challenges differently. Instead of seeing setbacks as failures, you start seeing them as learning opportunities. You develop the ability to remain calm in the face of stress, and you begin to see obstacles as opportunities to improve. This shift in mindset is one of the most significant signs that you are moving closer to your goals. As you continue to grow, your ability to set and pursue goals shifts as well. You start to focus less on immediate gratification and more on the long-term vision. You learn to appreciate the process itself, knowing that each small step contributes to the larger picture. Success isn't about achieving quick wins, it's about making steady, sustainable progress toward a meaningful goal. This is where true success lies, deep within the process, not just the end result. Another sign that you're closer to success is when you begin to experience a clear sense of purpose. Purpose isn't something you can force or fabricate. It's something that comes from deep within, a driving force that keeps you moving forward even when external motivation fades. Purpose is what keeps you going when the excitement of the journey has worn off. It's the reason you continue to push forward even on the tough days. When you connect with your purpose, everything changes. You stop chasing random opportunities and start moving toward a mission that resonates with who you are at your core. Your decisions become clearer, and you make choices based on what will bring you closer to your purpose. This sense of purpose also makes the challenges feel less daunting. You know that each obstacle is part of a larger story that you believe in with all your heart. Purpose is the fuel that keeps you going, even when progress feels invisible. It gives you the strength to keep showing up even when no one is watching and when there is no immediate reward. With purpose, the journey becomes as important as the destination. It becomes a source of fulfillment, and in that fulfillment, you begin to realize that success is not just a goal, it's a way of life. Purpose also attracts the right people, opportunities, and resources into your life. When you live with purpose, you become magnetic. The world responds to your energy and the right connections start to appear. This is not a coincidence. It's the natural result of living in alignment with your true mission. Success begins to feel inevitable because you are no longer just chasing it, you are living it. As you continue on this journey, remember that success is a slow, steady process. It doesn't happen overnight. It's built through small wins, personal growth, resilience, and the alignment of your goals with your values and purpose. Keep going and celebrate each step along the way. With each victory, each challenge, and each moment of alignment, you're building a future that is already unfolding before your eyes. Success is not just on the horizon. It's already here, and you're living it right now. Success is not an event, nor is it a single achievement that can be checked off a list. It is an evolving process, a continuous cycle of growth, reflection, and adaptation. This journey is filled with countless small moments that contribute to a larger vision. When we think of success, it's easy to get distracted by the flashy moments, the celebrations, the accolades, the awards. But the truth is, these are just the surface level manifestations of something far deeper. True success lies in the internal transformation that takes place as you move toward your goals. One of the most significant aspects of this journey is perseverance. Perseverance is more than just not giving up. It's about consistently moving forward, even when the path ahead is unclear, even when the road seems full of obstacles. Perseverance is the quality that ensures you keep going, even when things aren't going according to plan. It's the commitment to your vision and the refusal to be deterred by temporary setbacks. If you've ever found yourself continuing a project or pursuing a goal, even when the results weren't immediately visible, you were embodying perseverance. And it is this perseverance that will ultimately carry you to your destination. When you persevere, you're not just moving forward physically, you're also evolving mentally and emotionally. It's not just about keeping up the pace. It's about developing the grit, the emotional strength, and the patience to withstand the inevitable bumps along the way. Each time you face a challenge and keep going, you are expanding your capacity for perseverance, building a resilience that will serve you well in the long run. The more you persevere, the more you prove to yourself that success is not about avoiding difficulties. It's about learning how to navigate through them with grace and determination. But perseverance is not about pushing through blindly. There is a deeper, more conscious form of persistence that comes from an understanding of your purpose. When you align your actions with your why, perseverance becomes more than just a mechanical effort. It becomes a passionate pursuit, fueled by the clarity of purpose. This sense of purpose acts as your guiding star, ensuring that you stay on course even when the winds of life try to blow you off track. When your purpose is clear, your persistence becomes unstoppable. You are no longer merely trudging forward out of obligation. You are moving with intention, with every step taking you closer to a vision that means something to you on a profound level. Purpose also offers clarity, a vital element on the journey towards success. Clarity of purpose helps you make decisions with confidence, without second-guessing yourself at every turn. When you know why you're doing something, the how becomes much clearer. It's easy to feel lost or uncertain when you're pursuing a goal without a clear sense of why it matters. But when you connect with your purpose, everything falls into place. Your decisions become more aligned with your true desires, and each action takes on more significance. You begin to see that each step, no matter how small, is part of a larger picture. This clarity helps you navigate the complexities of life with a sense of direction and meaning. As you grow in your journey, you'll begin to notice that your mindset shifts. You start to see challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to learn. You begin to welcome adversity, knowing that it's through hardship that you grow the most. Each obstacle becomes a stepping stone, each setback a lesson in resilience. Instead of being discouraged by difficulties, you start to ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This shift in perspective is one of the clearest signs that you're moving closer to success. When you stop fearing failure and start embracing it as part of the process, you know you're ready for the next level of growth. This shift in mindset also changes how you set and pursue goals. In the beginning, goals may feel like a series of tasks to check off, a list of things to accomplish. But as you evolve, you begin to understand that goals are not just about the end result. They are about the journey itself, the person you become along the way. Your goals are no longer just targets to hit. They are part of a larger story of growth and transformation. When you focus on the process rather than just the outcome, you free yourself from the pressure to achieve in a certain timeline. You learn to appreciate each moment of progress, knowing that each small step is building towards something greater. Success, then, is not just about achieving your goals. It's about who you become in the process of achieving them. Each lesson, each failure, each success contributes to your personal evolution. The person who started the journey is not the same person who finishes it. You evolve, you adapt, and you grow. This personal growth is the real measure of success, and it is something that no one can take away from you. No matter what happens externally, the person you become through your experiences is yours forever. As you move through this journey, you also begin to see how interconnected everything is. Your growth doesn't just happen in isolation. It happens in relationship to others. One of the most powerful signs of progress is the relationships you build along the way. As you grow, you begin to attract people who align with your vision, who challenge you and who support you. These relationships become vital to your success. They provide the encouragement, feedback, and collaboration that help propel you forward. Surrounding yourself with the right people can elevate your progress in ways that you can't do on your own. Relationships are not just about receiving support. They are also about, as you grow, you begin to see how much value you can offer to others. You start to share your knowledge, wisdom, and insights in ways that empower others to grow as well. The more you give, the more you receive. This cycle of giving and receiving creates a network of support that multiplies the impact of your efforts. Success is rarely achieved alone, and the relationships you build along the way are a testament to the value of collaboration and mutual support. However, while relationships are vital, it's important to also cultivate self-reliance. Success is not about relying on others to make things happen for you. It's about taking ownership of your actions and decisions. As you continue your journey, you'll learn to trust yourself more deeply. You'll develop the confidence to take risks, to make bold decisions, and to chart your own course. Self-reliance doesn't mean you do everything alone. It means you trust in your ability to navigate challenges, to find solutions, and to stay true to your path. This confidence is one of the most important ingredients for long-term success. As your journey unfolds, you'll also learn the value of patience. Patience is often misunderstood as passivity, but it's quite the opposite. Patience is an active process. It's about trusting the process, even when results aren't immediate. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and trusting that the results will come in time. Patience is a form of self-discipline that allows you to stay the course, even when progress feels slow. It's easy to become discouraged when things aren't happening as quickly as you'd like, but patience teaches you to stay grounded, to trust that the seeds you're planting today will bear fruit in due time. When you cultivate patience, you also learn to enjoy the journey. Success isn't just about the destination, it's about the experience along the way, the small moments, the lessons, the growth. It's all part of the journey. When you focus solely on the destination, you miss the beauty of the process. Patience helps you to stay present, to appreciate each step, and to find fulfillment in the journey itself. The more you embrace the journey, the more you realize that success is not just a future event. It is something you experience every day. Success is also about giving yourself permission to grow. Growth often requires us to step outside our comfort zones, to take risks, and to face the unknown. But growth is a process, not a destination. It's about being willing to evolve, to challenge your assumptions, and to expand your capabilities. When you allow yourself to grow, you free yourself from the limitations that once held you back. This is a critical step in achieving success, recognizing that growth is an ongoing process and that you are capable of continuous expansion. One of the most powerful signs that you're on the right track is when you begin to experience a sense of alignment. Alignment occurs when your actions, values, and goals are all in harmony. It's when you're living in congruence with who you truly are and what you truly want. When you experience alignment, everything falls into place. You stop forcing things to happen and start allowing them to unfold naturally. Alignment brings a sense of peace and fulfillment that can't be found through external achievements alone. It's the quiet satisfaction of knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. As you move closer to success, you'll begin to notice a shift in your energy. You'll feel more confident, more grounded, and more focused. Your mind will be clear, your heart will be open, and your actions will be intentional. This shift in energy is a reflection of the inner growth and transformation that has been happening all along. When you're aligned with your true purpose, your energy becomes magnetic. You begin to attract the right people, opportunities, and circumstances into your life because you are operating from a place of authenticity and intention. Ultimately, success is about becoming the person you were always meant to be. It's about aligning your actions with your deepest values, facing challenges with resilience, and embracing growth at every stage of your journey. Success is not a destination. It's a continuous process of evolution, a journey that unfolds one step at a time. As long as you stay committed to your purpose, keep growing, and trust in the process, success will continue to unfold before you. And one day you'll look back and realize that all the signs were there, that every step you took, every decision you made was leading you to exactly where you were meant to be. Success is already happening. It's happening now, and you are on your way. You've just uncovered 6 powerful signs that prove you're closer to success than you ever imagined. Now it's up to you to keep pushing forward, embrace the journey, and trust in the process. Remember, success isn't a distant dream. It's being built with every step you take. If you're ready to take action and make your dreams a reality, don't wait any longer. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below letting me know which sign resonated with you the most. Let's keep growing together, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay committed, stay focused, and success will be yours.